What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Matty Mass Bavarian Builds. Today, I'm gonna do some work on the firewall to get the clutch pedal assembly in and to get the E90 brake booster in, like this. You wanna know how it's done? Stay tuned. Good morning, guys. Welcome to the vlog. Yeah, you wanna go outside? You wanna go outside? Yeah, let's go. Oh, Kevin, want a taco? Kev, there you go. Easy, buddy. Here you go, Tobes. Oh, yeah. As good as they going. You gotta do it, right, Scoop?
Yes.
You gotta do it. Party. Hey guys, you ready? You ready? Let's get to work. Let's get to work. You say hi? Huh? Say hi. Morning. Rosie, Rosie, friendliest chicken of all. So here's what we have going on for the N54 swapped E34 touring today. So now that I have the dash in and the exoskeleton laid in, I still need to do welding and provisions for that. The first thing I need to do is figure out where the clutch pedal and brake pedal assembly is gonna go. So that way I can figure out its firewall location. Back in there's not a whole lot of room, but I can figure out the firewall location and figure out where the brake booster will go someplace in between here and there. So that's what I have going on with that. As far as for the interior, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna vacuum up everything, relay the lines, figure out where the grounds are so that way I can ground out those, and we can start on get the wiring completely done, at least in the cabin, and then we'll work on the brake lights and all that stuff, you know, in the next day or two. But my first job is to get the clutch pedal assembly in. But first, I need to relay the wiring in to the dashboard so that way it'll kind of be in a semi-cation of where it's going to be, so in its final position. So I'm going to do that before I get the clutch pedal assembly in. Here we go. Welcome to the vlog. All right, everybody, now that I've pulled the dash off so that way I can kind of get a better eye view of where my wires and stuff are gonna go, and I can have better access to the clutch pedal assembly. So I somewhat have it mocked up here with the gas pedal. There you go. So that's where I'm at with that. And once I can cut the hole in the wall, through the wall, I'll have a little bit more room to play. So let's do this. So now that we roughly have it marked where we're going to be cutting the hole for the clutch pedal assembly and the brake booster to bolt into, we're going to get a big berth out and cut that bad boy. Ow! Yeah, I might be able to trim this all out by hand. The rest I can get up. So. And now I have the hole cut. Not too bad with a pair of clippers and a little rotary tool. Now, let's get back to the inside and try to fit this bad boy. See where we're at. Looks like we're not too bad. Hole maybe. We shaved a little bit, but let's get this temporary screen and see how it looks. Shouldn't be a problem. Alright, to the plan. We'll need to flatten part of this right up in here. And hammer that back. Push it up. Let's see where we go. Made another hole right there for the new bottom hole, and then the upper hole is the lower one of these little holes right there. So yeah, I'll take my Dremel tool and cut right here in this and push this in, so that way Nick could box it in, weld it all up, so that way I can get the brake booster to fit. I'm gonna make the cuts on this and fold this back and try and fit the brake booster in, and then we'll refit the clutch pedal assembly and try and bolt that all up. Oh yeah, some other BS that happened. Yep, that's the time for me to pick up my daughter. You want to hear some other crap? This is what happened on my beautiful AC Schnitzer. Some asshole door dinged me right there. You believe that? Right there. So now I'm gonna have to go to PDR and have them do that and fix that spot, that little spot too. Jeez, man. Some people, if you or your kid did that, I hope that they forget to learn how to read or something. Like, I hope that they run into a tree in their big wheel. It's not cool. Really not cool to damage other people's stuff. And at least leave a note. Like, leave a note. Leave a note that, hey man, I'm sorry. You know, can I give you a couple $100 because it looks like your car's a little nice and my obviously I don't give a shit about. So anyway, there's that. All right, now that I'm back home, let's get going back on the firewall revision. Let's do it. Boom. Yay, he's here, he's here. He's here. Woo, race parts. That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Woo. Doc race, baby. I'll let you get that off. Sweet Jesus. Hey, how you do? Yeah, you know.
All good. Still waiting for you to see it running.
Dude, it's gonna be like maybe another couple weeks.
Oh, cool. Can't wait to see it.
Check it out. All right, what's up, everybody? So, as you just saw, I just got a delivery from UPS. This is my Doc race. What is it? What is it? I don't know. I don't know. Let's find out. This is a legit unboxing, not some of that. I've done it once before. You're seeing I'm using the razor blades. I know this is part 1 of 2. So since I have the hot side, yeah, buddy. Oh yeah. Are those injectors? They look like injectors. Is that a fuel rail? That is a fuel rail. Let's keep going. Oh, this is gonna be so awesome. Oh, shit, no! Oh my god, that thing's steaming. Look at that. Doc race. This thing's so sick. Thanks, Kurt. Thanks, everybody at Doc Race. This thing's gonna be insane. Oh, with the port injection, it's gonna be awesome. Can't wait. So not only on top of us having the Doc Race intake manifold, extra fuel rail with a plug-in, matched 75-pound injectors. Those bad boys go in right underneath here, all perfect and nice. So that'll be super awesome. Very beneficial to get that extra boost. And on top of this, not only did I get the Doc Race shipment, I also got an RB turbo shipment. So I got their PVC delete kit. So that'll be another episode that we'll be doing. But yeah, I got the PVC delete kit with the catch can, the Moroso Mishimoto, my bad. Not American, Japanese. Boom. So there's a little catch can, and I think I might need a bigger one. This one looks kind of tiny. But anyway, yeah, that's some cool stuff. I got that today. That's an awesome, awesome thing right there. Can't believe that. Woo, woo! I mean, look at this thing. The pure mass. The fuel rail I got bolted on, but this thing is just massive. It's so beautiful too. It's gonna be a great addition into the engine bay for sure. With the catch can and the RB kit right here. So we have a lot of engine work to do. We can screw around with this and play with this. That'll be fun. And yeah, lots to do. Woo! So let's keep going. Let's try and get that brake booster in. All right, so welcome to day 2. So let's see what we got going on and what I finished up yesterday and what we're gonna tackle on today. Let's do it. Here we go. So I made provisions through the firewall to accept the E90 brake booster and assembly. We have enough room for the, look how tiny this thing is, for the E90 ABS pump to plug in. I'm gonna work on also routing the lines, the wires through everything correctly and doing a better job of that. But let's take a better look at that clutch pedal assembly and brake pedal assembly in. It's in, it's not horrible, but you can't even see that. but we got it both. We have enough room and clearance. Once again, this firewall will be gutted and I'll have a flat piece of metal going across the whole thing with all the correct revisions that I need. But this way I have at least a good template and we could do it dry, you know, fire up and test the electronics. So next what I want to do is reroute all the wires, start getting them figured out to where, you know, their plug-ins, their ends go. I'll put the dash back on and we can kind of test fitment again of everything and make sure that everything's gravy train. So stay tuned. So I want to reroute the lines, the wires through, make sure that those are solid. I had to bang out a lot of the metal and cut some of this out. Once again, Fab Daddy Nick will come in and make a nice like little tunnel cover. It won't even be noticed once we put the fake box on, if we even use it. We probably will, to conceal this little itty bitty baby ABS pump, which will go in like how. It'll go in and rest someplace like that. And then the hook. So we're gonna have to get some custom brake lines made so that way everything will kind of go through and snake in and hide, because we want to tuck all the wiring in this thing and cut off, make it as show car quality as we can. It's like, wow, show car, not really right now, but it will be. Stay tuned, let's get going on this. Woo! All right guys, so I did a little bit of work in between filming, so here we go. I'll show you what I did. Looks like from the lower panel that the clutch pedal and the brake pedal line up. There's a gas pedal, it's all plugged in. I'm starting to plug in the modules and starting to get everything in. There's the cluster is plugged in, the selectors are plugged in, headlights, the radio, HVAC, all that stuff. Everything that's in so far has been plugged in. So I'm essentially gonna work my way from forward back, and then I'll start working on all that stuff. But I'm just plugging in modules and snapping in stuff where it's supposed to go. I also moved the lines that are supposed to go from inside from the fuse box outside through here. I'll make that fit a little better. This goes with the ECU, the engine, and this shit just needs grounds. So big part of this is locating where grounds are going to go and where essentially they need to be screwed into, and making grounds and connections and stuff. I know a lot of this looks nasty, but it will get better as this project kind of moves on. So really stoked about that dock racing intake manifold that's going to go there. It's going to look so hot, but that's another project. I want to get this wiring done for the most part. So you can see we have the fuse panel in. Everything's somewhat plugged up to the HVAC. Some airbag lines. I'm gonna delete the airbag from everything on this, from the ECU. There's a passenger speaker. All the wires run through. I pulled that big ass power wire from the E34, and I have all the stuff that usually ran from the trunk on the E90 that'll go sit in there. I still need to go to the E90 and pull the gas tank and the evap and all that stuff, so that way I can match everything up and try and get it going. But it's gonna go little bit by little bit, knock some stuff out, and see how this goes. This is hard since there's not a whole lot of people rewiring cars with newer wiring in older cars. So here we go. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned. Picked up my daughter. Now she's inside with her therapist. It's Friday. Food vlog. Yesterday's Popeye's chicken, pretty awesome. That sandwich, fucking mediocre. It's not that good. It's not worth it. Chick-fil-A, they put out the better sandwich. But here's where we're at. Getting stuff all dialed in. Getting everything plugged in. Trying to find all the little bits and stuff. It's kind of hard when you're parting out two cars. Well, my next step is I'm going to pull off this fender after I'm done eating this chicken. So that way I can get most of these wires here in through that little hole with no lube. So, you know, the only way to get it in there is, I think, obviously pull off the fender, because we want to go for those that tucked wire look definitely when all this is done. So I'm just trying to figure out passageways and routes for everything to go. Here we go. Let's keep moving. So now that I have the passenger fender off, yeah. Okay, be back in a few, okay? Bye. Okay, so I'm going to, there was a way for me to go through this hole here. I was gonna run the wires, have it come out here, strap it up here and have it come through there. But it still looks like I need to extend these, which is the washer fluid and the blinker. I don't need the blinker, but the level sensor to get these wired up to the E34 one. I'll need to extend these ground connection, so that way it'll fit like underneath here where the other one did, and crash sensor and so far. So I'm gonna have to extend those out. I'm gonna do a little more research into that, but I'm gonna put the fender back on, so that way it's more complete for now. All right, fender back on. Back to where we were. So now I'm pretty much done, but let's go over what I did the past 2 days. Ran all the wire through the firewall for the ECU. It's for the DME. Boom. This is Master Smith. We ran the lines up here. This is for the radiator fan, the lights, the sensors for the washer level sensor, coolant sensor, and all that stuff. We're gonna have to remove those and relocate those and hide them. Got the E90 brake booster in, mounted in the firewall. The ABS is right there. Kind of getting stuff ready to start the air conditioning, the HVAC stuff. Have the wires through here to the front. We have the dash in, switches operational once we get power and grounds. Center console, everything's pretty much hooked up. I'm missing a couple little things. I just have to kind of figure out placement of those. And then I'll start working on the back there and getting the rear wiring done. So that's where I'm at today. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you on the next vlog. Cheers. Have a good one, guys. Peace.
N54 swap vlog. Stay tuned for the next one. It's gonna be freaking awesome.
Yeah! We might put the dock racing intake manifold on. Stay tuned!